Hey everybody, Spartan here for the recap of January 22nd, 2022. Today was Lotto Friday. Really good day that we had. Basically, we started off the day and we grabbed a bunch of things on the long side. And some of the things that we grabbed on the long side right out the gate on the option side were, and I'm just going to go through these names. I'm going to explain my whole thought process here because I figured tech was going to bounce, and then I was like, but we can play some things to the downside as it sells off, and then as it bounces, we're going to get probably some decent movement on these contracts because they're super cheap. So right out the gate, we bought Apple. We took some Nvidia calls. We took some Walmart. We took some IWM long, Rivian, PM, AMAT, and then the market started to come in. I was like, okay, let's hold these because they're super cheap contracts. Those contracts were like 18 cents, 20 cents for most of them, and they weren't that far out of the money. So I figured, okay, if we do get any sort of bounce, it's early enough in the day where they're not going to see decay in these contracts, so might as well hold them throughout the entire day. And then we started going after things on the short side. So right away, we had SPY puts overnight, which worked out really nice. We held them the entire day, and market obviously came in. BA, we grabbed the 205 puts, which ended up getting the money. Nice trade on that. We ended up grabbing a whole bunch of different things. I mean, I can show you what we actually just traded today. If you look at my Twitter, you're going to see, coin, BA was a 413% trade. We took some coin puts, which were the 195s for 850%. I was looking for 1,000% on those. They actually didn't get there, which, a little bit disappointing, but worked out fine. We took Roblox 70 puts, which ended up getting in the money. And that was a nice one for about, 400%. And then we did a whole bunch of things on the long side when the market started to turn. So the market started to turn. I kept saying, make sure your stops are set at entries on your puts, guys. The market does turn. We're going to get a pop. Market did turn. We broke the downtrend, and then we started going after certain names long. I really like the semiconductors today. So we did NVIDIA, a whole bunch of rolls on that. Qualcomm. We did the 175 calls. They were like 7 cents. They went up to 34. So it was a nice trade on that for about 380%. We did we did low 230 calls, which ended up getting close to in the money. This had room to 337. I thought it was going to go up a little bit higher, but other than that, it was a really good trade. We did some Netflix calls, SPY calls, Starbucks calls, Afrin, Pepsi, PM. Basically was going after names that I thought would be strong in any sort of, or in this environment, which were the defensive names. So that's where you got like the PM, Walmart, things like that. And then at the end of the day, I started going after names that I figured that could pop or sell off. So Amazon was breaking major support on the daily. We grabbed the 2820 puts. It took us 10 minutes, and we got 1,100% move on this trade. Really nice move. We grabbed them for 50 cents. And then right after we grabbed them, we actually got a crack of that pivot or of that range support on Amazon. You got that spike all the way up towards 640. So, a little bit more than 1,100%, but that's just where we ended up taking them off. And then another really nice trade at the end of the day was this Tesla. We grabbed some 965 calls. I was looking for this to hit the 50 MA intraday. It got very close to it. Ended up selling most of it for 450%, and then we just ended up taking the rest off. All in all, very good Lotto Friday. What's a couple things that didn't work? We had some Amazon calls out the gate, which obviously didn't work because it turned pretty much immediately. We also took some. There wasn't much that didn't work today. The hit rate was very high. Let's see here. I always write the ones that don't work as well. So we had some Tesla calls. Those ones didn't work. We took some Triple M for like 18 cents. The 177.50s, those didn't work. We didn't end up breaking through the resistance point. And then we took some Rivian calls out the gate. Those didn't work. And then DKNG, we took some 21 calls for 7 cents. Didn't work. But all in all, you can see that out of a ton of trades, having 4 or 5 that didn't work, not a big deal. I actually had 7 trades that didn't work by the end of the day. And then we also had those big winners at the end of the day too. But here's some other ones: Netflix, Spot, Walmart, IWM, AMAT, DWAC, Morgan Stanley, yada, yada, yada. All in all, good day. Days like today where you have very low premium on the call side, you look for any sort of downtrend break on the market, and then you try to take advantage of it because you're going to get premium spikes on all those options. So it's a pretty good, way to make some decent percentage returns in that regard. But all in all, very good Lotto Friday. Best of the year so far. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, you go to SpartanTrading.com. Otherwise, we'll talk to you guys next week. Have a good weekend. See ya.